Hello, everybody. Welcome again. Taekwondo practitioners, instructors, and enthusiasts from all around the world. I welcome in particular all of our ITF official grandmasters and masters. My name is Gustavo Libon, and I'm your moderator for this session. Today is a truly historic day, April 11, 2025, marking 70 years of Taekwondo. Whether you are joining us from Asia, Europe, the Americas, Africa, or Oceania, we are honored to have you here for this 24-hour global online celebration. Taekwondo is more than just a martial art. It's a philosophy, a way of life, and a force that unites people across cultures, languages, and generations. From the moment General Choi founded Taekwondo in 1955, it has spread to every corner of the world, empowering millions through discipline, perseverance, and indomitable spirit. And today, as we celebrate over 7 decades of our beloved martial arts, it is not coincidence that this event lasts 24 hours, just like the 24 patterns of Taekwondo, each representing the 24 hours of a day, symbolizing the entirety of a life dedicated to self-improvement, learning, and perseverance. Within the 24 hours of our online celebration event, you will experience insightful discussions, live training sessions, and stories from Taekwondo legends. Our esteemed speakers will explore the rich history of our art and the exciting future that lies ahead. Whether you are here to learn, connect, or simply be inspired, this event is for you. So, without further ado, let's go started. In this 20-second session, we started with the 22nd pattern, which is Sosan. Well, what can we say about this, right? This tremendous performance by Jaroslav Suska from Poland is amazing as usual. Now it's time of our two next speakers. For this session, we are proud to have Sbn Brigitte Morris from the United States. She will be live, and Master Héctor Marano on a pre-recorded video from Argentina. Grandmaster Marano will talk about history of patterns, and Sbn Brigitte Morris will talk about strong women around the world. I have couple of things to add to the Bridget, but we will talk later about this. First of all, we will start with the video of Grandmaster Marano.
Hello ITF, happy Taekwondo birthday. Regarding to Gunam Tul, Gunam Tul is a pseudonym of President Sigmund Rhee. He was the first South Korea president between 1948 to 1960. The history told us that General Choi invited him to his 5th Division in the 29th Infantry Army. And when the President Ri saw the exhibition, he was very exciting. And right away he said, "Oh, Taekyon, we have to call Taekyon." Of course, General Choi didn't like the answer because it was not his idea. But the exhibition was very good, and the president was very happy. Then, with a close friend with the president, General Choi visit the President Ri again and explain his idea about the new martial art and not the old one, and should be the name Taekwon and not Taekyon, with some explanation. And after listening to the explanation, the president said, "Okay, I agree. The name of our martial art would be Taekwon." And of course, General Choi left very happy and create a pattern to honor him. The situation was in 1960 the President Ri was expelled due to some corruption issue, and General Choi at this moment decided to not include in his pattern. Of course, he included in the 1959 book that General Choi was the first book that General Choi wrote. But this book was written in Old Korean alphabet, in Hanja. So very few people can read this book. That's why we call the unknown pattern. Lucky, Grandmaster Sika Choi, one of the best grandmasters that ITF had, with one teacher, decided to perform the pattern, to translate the pattern in Hanja, and then to perform with very small adjustment, just to put some sine wave, the sine wave we had in this moment, and just adjust to finalize in the same position. And from there, of course, many people start to know about the Gunam. This is a very short story about Gunam Tuls. Thank you. Yes, there are two parts of the history. One when he went to Malaysia, and the other one between 1955 to 1961. In the first part, yes, he created several patterns. The first two was Warang or Anchumu in 1955 with the assistance of Grandmaster Nanta He. After that, he created Gunam Tuls in honor to the President Simon Reed. Then in about 1958, born Ulji with the assistance of Grandmaster Han Cha-kyo, and Samil with the assistance of Park Won-ha. In 1959, he decided to quit his military career and dedicate more time to Taekwondo. He started to went abroad with a team led by Grandmaster Nanta He to do exhibition in Vietnam. It was the first country that General Choi incorporated Taekwondo. In 1961, General Choi created Quebec with the assistance of Sika Choi. In that moment, the military Park He did a military coup against Sigmund Rhee and became president of Korea, the second president of the Korea. Maybe Grandmaster Vitali can tell more about the history much better than me, because some people say that he was a dictator, and some people say that Korea evolved in the economy a lot. I refer only to the pattern, but I know that General King was junior of General Choi, and was different between both of them. That's why he sent out of the country as ambassador in Malaysia. General Choi was not happy, according what he told us, because he don't know too much about how to be ambassador in another country, because his career was military. So he used the embassy of Korea to develop Taekwondo. He brings some instructors like Kim Bong-man, Won Jo-lee, to help him to develop pattern. And during 1962 to 1964, 15 pattern was created in Malaysia. I have some video and photo that we took in Malaysia in a parking lot. That was the place that was the embassy of Korea in that moment. I remember we performed the Taekwon-Do Tuls there in honor to General Choi, as show the creation of 15 pattern. Then he back to Korea, and in about 1967 and 68, he created 4 more patterns, like Guyan, Yonghae, Mumu, and Sosang, with the assistance of several instructors, among them Grandmaster Samin Chong, that was the father of Taekwondo in Brazil. And of course, in 1980, he created Choi to replace Kodan, but this is another story. The main difference that you can see in the idea of General Choi when he started to create the pattern in Malaysia is he asked the assistant to do a block and attack in the same way to the left and to the right that we didn't have in the pattern he created before. This was one of the big difference that I can see. Thank you. Well, about the heroes of the Korean history, I'm not good enough to talk about this. For sure, Grandmaster Vitali in his speech can talk much better than me about history of Korea. But I would like to say something about the modern history of Korea and the modern hero of Korea. I don't have doubt that General Choi is one of the best hero of Korea in the modern time. When you refer to the heroes in London, in Belgium, in Germany, in Argentina, in Uruguay, probably the citizens know very well, but not the entire world know about the hero of your own country. So what General Choi did, General Choi showed through the pattern the history of Korea, the main heroes of Korea, and everybody, millions of people around the world, every day showed Dangun, Tege, Hwanghae, Sosang, millions of people in all the continent every day. No one did it. So for me, both North Korea and South Korea forgot what General Choi mean for the Korean history. Of course, in my opinion, both North Korea and South Korea together with the employees of both parts had to build a monument in the parallel 38 in honor to General Choi. Of course, this is personal, and this is my opinion. Well, about the Kwanes, the original Kwanes, all the original Kwanes born in Korea in about 1944 to 1946. The original one, like Yunmo Kwan, Fundo Kwan, Muno Kwan, Sanmo Kwan. But all of them was had a very much influenced by Shotokan karate. And General Choi complained a lot about that. One of the reasons that General Choi didn't teach Taekwondo when he back to Korea is not teach Shotokan karate. Is what he learned with the founder of Shotokan karate, Funakoshi. So that means that's why he created Odo Kwan in 1955. This is a part of my way, the meaning. And start to put there only Taekwondo. Start to put there Waran, start to put there Chunmu, Uji, and taking out all the influence of karate that the other Kwan had. Well, about the pioneer who impressed me more, I knew several, but some of them impressed more than others. One was the pioneer J.C. Kim. I met him for the first time in 1979. He was in Buenos Aires. He took me the examination to 4th degree. Then he came again to Argentina a couple of times, but I had the chance also to travel to Canada, to Vancouver. I remember that I was living in his home and went to the gym, and he had a very, very good knowledge about the Taekwondo technique. The other one, pioneer, was Sika Choi. Sika Choi, you remember that he designed for General Choi a Gebek tool, and also he designed the tree in the back. Regardless his flexibility and his ability, when you see him perform pattern and combine the flexibility, the power, the rhythm, the beauty, was amazing to see him how to perform. I never saw another one to perform a pattern like he did it in the past. And of course, Grandmaster Park Chun-Soo. Grandmaster Park Chun-Soo, I visited him a few times, 3 or 4 times, in Toronto. I remember that in the way to visit General Choi, I stopped with my flight in Toronto, because from Toronto to Mississauga is about 30-40 minutes taxi. And I went to visit several times to Grandmaster Park Chun-Soo in the headquarters, was in the John Street 770 in the 3rd floor. He have several schools in Toronto, but John Street was the main one. His ability was great, also like a person. The approach as a person is very nice, of course. And the history he have in Taekwondo to develop in different parts of the world, the history talked by himself. He was one of the best pioneers the ITF Cup. About my favorite pattern, well, normally I like the Wu pattern. It's part of my everyday training in Taekwondo. It's like a warm-up for me. I feel comfortable, always practice the basic technique. The feeling that I feel when I practice the Wu pattern is totally different than the feeling I have with another pattern. Regarding to black belt pattern, of course, it depends the age. When you are young and you have flexibility, maybe you like Mumu or you like Shuche. Personally, I enjoy a lot doing Yusin and Sosan as part also of my daily training. There are 140 movements between two, but they are very rich in technique. You can practice different technique, different motion. You can change the rhythm every time. For me and for my body, I like to practice both of them. Of course, I training all the pattern during the week, but the good pattern is something that I do in my every day in my warm-up session. About my memories with General Choi. Well, there are a lot of memory. Not only because he came many times to Argentina. I was organized about 10-11 IAC with him here. But also we traveled a lot to South America. After Argentina, we traveled together to Paraguay or to Uruguay or to Brazil or Central America. So we had a chance to share between the IAC a lot. And of course, I traveled since 1980 about 10-12 times to his home to learn from him there. I remember he had a basement, and we practice there. But one of the memory that maybe remain for the next generation was between the IAC 184 and 185. One was in Buenos Aires, one was in Argentina. General Choi did it 187 IAC. But after Paraguay was another one in Jamaica, and the last one, the 1987, was in Colorado. But in that moment he was very sick. Maybe you saw the video, he did the IAC for the first time with the wheelchair. And in our travel, many things happened. He knew already that he was sick, and for 1 week we have a lot of time to talk with him, and we asked about the future of the IAC, what he's seen that we have to do it. If Taekwondo have to evolve or have to remain. And the answer was very, very clear. He told no, let the Taekwondo grow. If you don't let the Taekwondo grow in all the parts Taekwondo have, Taekwondo one day will die. Just keep the pattern. Just keep the pattern clean like I did it. Just keep the diagram. Just keep my idea about the pattern. Just keep the technique. With this, you keep me and you keep the martial art. And I never forget this word. And at this moment, I like to share with all of you. Well, what drove me to continue in Taekwondo in hard or good time in my life? Well, last month I had 57 years in Taekwondo, so I started when I was a teenager. And you have different stages. At the beginning, probably you like to defend yourself. Even when I started Taekwondo, I didn't know that was Taekwondo, because at this moment in the gym was written karate, and my instructor just arrived to Argentina, so he didn't speak Spanish. So I knew that I was practicing Taekwondo a few months later when I when we start to teach our instructors some words in Spanish. So maybe when you feel that you can defend yourself, maybe you like the competition, and you spend quite a long time during the competition age. Maybe you like teach and you spend time teaching Taekwondo. Maybe you like some position in your federation or International Taekwondo Federation. But all this stage is for a time, maybe for a year, maybe for 10 years. So after 57 years, if you still are in Taekwondo, it's because Taekwondo is natural for you, not for the position. You already have all the position. Just is natural part of my life. I wake up with Taekwondo, I go sleep with Taekwondo, and for me it's something that is totally natural. My advice, not only for the new generation, if not for the one who want to continue in Taekwondo, don't look for any goal. Just enjoy the path. Just enjoy the journey. You don't need to arrive to any place to enjoy Taekwondo. Just be happy every day with Taekwondo and protect the martial art. Protect the legacy of our founder. You can stay for a while in the sport path, but you can stay forever in Taekwondo as a martial art. So keep the martial art inside, enjoy the journey, enjoy every day. Don't look for any goals, just enjoy Taekwondo and keep the martial art. I would like to say thank you to ITF in 2002, nominate me to be chairman of the technical committee with the compromise to keep the legacy of our founder alive. I remember our first IAC in Cologne, in Germany, at the beginning of 2003. At this moment was with Grandmaster Boss and Grandmaster Trachtenberg. We stayed together for almost 10 years and was very hard at the beginning because in some way the people of the other master think that we came to replace to General Choi, and why us and not other. But they in a couple of years the master was not so many like now, understood that was only for the benefit of Taekwondo. All of us, the technical committee and the master, have to adjust some technique in the benefit of all ITF community. Was a hard work at the beginning, but we enjoyed it a lot. Then, of course, one part was also for a couple of years Grandmaster Clint Norman and Grandmaster Whaler, all was part of the IAC, but they have to remain in the board. So I mean, they had to quit. And in 2011, Grandmaster Lang started to be part of the technical committee, and he became my best friend in Taekwondo. We traveled together for over 100 countries around the world in the 5 continents, and still we are together doing that. And also Grandmaster Laquer incorporated, and Grandmaster Paul Maffei, and then Grandmaster Jure Jedut, and the last one a couple of years ago was Master Virginia Dionisi. A lot of knowledge have all these Grandmaster, and our communication, of course, every week was with passion and knowledge and on benefit of our Taekwondo family. I would like to say thank you for all who help the technical committee to keep the legacy of our founder.
Well, fantastic stories from Grandmaster Marano. I'm suggesting to all of you, don't miss the comments did it by Grandmaster George Vitali on the chat. Thank you, Grandmaster. It's an amazing comments. Very interesting story. And now is the lady of the hour is Miss Bridget Morris. I have a very close relationship with her. It's an amazing woman. Actually, in this moment, is the chairperson of the Women's Committee of the ITF. And I would like to share with all of you, because probably you don't know, she was part of the previous, the former committee of women in the last 4 years. She was part of she was responsible, one of the most challenging campaigns about sexual harassment. It was a huge job all the committee have done in that moment. So our congratulations, Samanim. Well, now the floor is yours. Please enlighten with your experience.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the kind words. There was a lot involved and a lot of people involved, and it was truly very rewarding. So hello, Grandmasters, Masters, instructors, and students. I'd like to thank the ITF and the organizing committee for this event and putting all of this together. The logistics must have been challenging, but so far this event is showing to be an absolute success. I'm extremely honored to have been asked to be a guest speaker for this memorable event. This session is going to be more like lecture style, so I'll be discussing different topics. So my name is Bridget Morris, and I am chair of the Women's Committee. I get asked this question often, why do we need a Women's Committee? Ultimately, we're here to promote women empowerment, which translates into promoting women's positive sense of self-worth, guide women in their ability to determine their own choices, and encourage women to recognize their rights to influence social change for themselves and others. The goal is to achieve gender equality with a sustainable social development / progress by including women to fully participate in all aspects of Taekwondo by contributing their skills, their knowledge, and potential in the ultimate goal of achieving a more peaceful and prosperous world. So, how do we do that? Well, I'm sure you've heard people say, we're here to give women a voice, right? I don't like that. I strongly disagree with that, actually. Women already have a voice. Women are already saying important things, and women are already doing things to help gender equality, but perhaps on a smaller scale. So we're like a megaphone. We're put in front of their mouth and amplifying their words to reach a bigger audience because we do have an international platform. I'll give an example. So human beings, right, women and men, when we're going through something that's hard, like a tough situation, we'll tend to keep things to ourselves because we think we must be the only ones going through this. We're maybe embarrassed to share it with others out of fear of judgment. So we tend to feel alone in our struggles. But when we hear somebody sharing a similar struggle, and for some reason we feel heard or maybe not as alone, even if we haven't even spoken to them. And if we end up sharing that similar struggle with that person, we both end up supporting each other and to help us come out of that situation. So this demonstrates the power of support groups and the importance of spreading the messages out to as many people as possible. Something else that we do is we promote positive sense of self-worth, which means to value yourself. So throughout my life, I have met a lot of different people, right? From around the world, men and women, different ages, different walks of life, different education, different professions, skills, right? So on. And if I'm comparing like men and women, I've noticed that women are always the first ones to put themselves down. Like we're always going to say something negative about ourselves. And it frustrates me so much because a lot of these situations, the woman was more qualified or was a better fit, better choice for the position. So I'm going to give you an example. So I was the first woman of the national or of the NA in the United States at the age of 27. And when I did my term at the end, I decided not to run again because I was just getting very busy with life and Mighty Fist. And so I was trying to find replacements for myself, but perhaps having more women on the board. And there was this woman who, in my eyes, was perfect, right? She was a Taekwondo practitioner, of course, and she was a teacher at university, very well respected, very smart. So she had the knowledge and the experience of teaching large groups and also being able to debate her position, talk about where she stands. So when I reached out to her and I said, I think that you should consider this. I will always remember what she said to me. She looked at me and she says, "Oh, I couldn't do what you do." And I'm looking at her, thinking myself, you're more qualified than I am. And that's probably me again, putting myself down, right? But I'm like, what is it that I'm doing that you think you can't do? So another example, and this is probably a little bit more recent, whenever the Women's Committee puts on events, online, or whenever we try to get, events going on, we reach out to some women to be a part of it. And they kind of at first look and say, like nobody would want to hear what I say. I don't know if what I have to say is relevant. Again, putting themselves down. So, to address this, we encourage women to believe that they can make an impact and that what they have to say is relevant and important. So, this is why we started our famous super classes. If you haven't attended yet, you should. um, it's men and women can attend. It's been a format of either training sessions or discussions. And again, putting them on a world stage with that megaphone in front so they can reach as many people as possible. The positive effect is both ways. So for one, the woman teaching sees the direct positive impact that they have on their audience, which is men and women. And the second, the girls in the audience see the woman in a leadership position. And for children, the saying says, if you see it, you can achieve it. So it's so powerful. You can hear them say, one day, that's what I want to grow up to be like. So I want to talk a little bit more about women in leadership roles since it has such a powerful effect. Women bring a very unique perspective because we experience life and Taekwondo differently. By including our thoughts and ideas, the decision taken will be representative of the people that it'll affect. So, for example, women were built differently than men. So we move differently, which means we should approach our training differently than men. Perhaps different muscles that we would need to work more than others. The ITF has formed committees, like the Women's Committee. We also have example, the coaches committee, athletes committee, merger committee, marketing committee. If you want the full list, it's going to be on the ITF website. So this year for the International Women's Day, we posted a video where a woman from each committee spoke about their committee and what it does, their role in the committee, and their experience working in the committee. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend it. So one of the messages that kept being said over and over again by different speakers was the encouragement and the need of having more women in these leadership roles. And if you started at, and if starting at a world level is a little too scary for you, then you can maybe start at a national level. Or if that's still too scary for you, maybe at a club level. You can build your experience there and move up the ladder. And, the most people in Taekwondo, it's a hobby for us. And so we have a professional life. And that's fantastic because you could be bringing your professional experience in the Taekwondo leadership roles. So maybe if you're a professional CPA, you could be maybe applying for being treasurer. So continuing on the topic of roles, we encourage countries to create their own women's committee. This will help to address more specific needs as each country is different. If your country doesn't have a women's committee and you're interested in creating one, there are simple ways and simple steps to follow. So I'll just go them very quickly. So you should be having at least 3 to 5 women that would like to join, and write your goals and ideas of what you'd like to accomplish. Then, and this next step is quite important, reach out to your NA board of directors with your intentions of creating a women's committee. They will need to have a vote and approve this. So once it's officially approved, the next step is to start working. You can reach out to us for guidance and support. So I'm talking a lot about feeling empowered to speak up and speak out. We understand that changes need to be made to evolve forward and progress for the better. And it all starts with an idea. I'd like to share a story that is personal and very meaningful to me. The idea started in 2017 and was executed in 2018. So at the time, when I would go to IIC banquets or like Taekwondo formal events, I noticed men would wear their suit and women would wear a nice dress. With a suit, men would wear a tie and usually wear the color tie that represents their rank, so blue, red, yellow, or silver, because they're proud of showing their rank. For women, we're not about to wear a tie with our cute little cocktail dress. It kind of, kills the vibe. So women would get creative, and to mimic the same idea, we'd seen women wearing a dress that was a color that would represent their rank, or wear an accessory like earrings or a purse, maybe a necklace. But it wasn't official, not like the ITF tie, and the accessories were usually small and unnoticeable. I was thinking, okay, it's such a shame for women to not have something ITF to wear. I was trying to think what I could do that's similar to the ITF ties, but for women to wear. And that's when the idea of the silk scarf came to me. The silk scarf is a fashion accessory that was crafted in the specific needs of the ITF, basically taking the core idea and adding a feminine touch. I am wearing it right now. I wanted to share this story because I wanted to demonstrate the power of an idea. I saw a problem and I wanted to offer a solution. I know that women that are watching this right now have many solutions to problems. We just want you to feel empowered to present them. So to finish my part, I'd like to address something because I feel some people misunderstand what we do. As you've seen during my talk, the tone is reinforcing positivity from within so it can then flow outwards. We are not here angry and shouting at men. Quite the contrary, we need men. We need their support. We're not saying we need to walk ahead of men. We want to walk alongside them. We all have the same goals, and it's recognizing that together we can truly build a more peaceful and prosperous world. So a big thank you for this incredible opportunity. I've really enjoyed being here. Happy 70 years of Taekwondo, where individually we are all contributing and helping to build a better place for the future generation to come. Thank you, and Taekwon.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ms. Bridget. As usual, it's very interesting to listen to you and all the things you have done with your amazing committee. So I hope to see you very soon doing more things with your committee.